Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Ad Advisory. I'm Adam, a licensed California attorney, here to help you navigate the legal world of building wealth. Today, the topic I want to cover is when you're starting a business, do you want to go the LLC route or the sole proprietor route? It's a very common question that I get from friends all the time. So here to help give you 3 key considerations. The first key consideration is liability protection, asset protection. When you're a sole proprietor and you get sued, which could happen in this very litigious society we live in, even if it's related to your business, all of your assets, house, car, Pokemon card collection can all be taken if you're bound to be liable and have messed up in the business. And mistakes happen all the time, so this is a very important factor for many considering starting a business. And yep. Number 2 key consideration are the tax advantages or misconceptions on tax or lack of tax advantages. So in number 1, as we were saying, if you're making a single member LLC, meaning you're going to be the only owner, you do get liability protection because it's a separate legal entity. So you have you, the individual, and for legal purposes, you have you, the individual, and then you have the business. The assets of one really can't cross over in the assets of other. That's not the same for tax purposes. Having a separate legal entity doesn't mean you have a separate tax entity as well. And by default, when creating an LLC, if you're a single member, the tax entity is the same. There's no separate tax entity. You have to make an election to be treated as a separate entity. And the common way to do this is by making an S Corp election, so that your but the filing fees and tax benefits of that really aren't realized until about the $100,000 mark. I mean, you think about just creating the LLC and having an annual filing fee for it, and then having a lawyer put it together for you, or having an accountant put together the tax returns for this, or a tax lawyer. Those fees add up to where the tax benefits of creating an LLC just for the tax benefits alone really don't start to see much until you get around like the $100,000 mark in annual revenue. So just something to consider. Third consideration, it's kind of less of a legal and tax consideration, is kind of the credibility and perceived professionalism of your business. Many customers you could be dealing with, or vendors, or any business interaction, people tend to see an LLC or a separate entity as more professional, and then are more inclined to do business dealings with that, or more inclined to buy their products or their services. So optics are definitely another thing to consider. I think my advice I usually give friends is, if you're just kind of starting a small side hustle, don't have much assets to put into it, don't think you're going to be too invested, you're not really going to dive in full time, kind of just dabbling, then I think probably a sole proprietorship will work for you. Then as you get more serious, consider expanding into an LLC and go from there. Anyway, hope you liked this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.